Yo guys, what's up? It's Ahmad of batponybrucemane, and today is my blog's first anniversary. So in ways, it's kind of like a 1-year-old baby today. It's funny. Anyways, well, I just want to first off say thank you guys for this awesome year. It's hopefully I can do another one with you, and nothing will prevent me from actually doing that. Now let's see, what could I do right now? Where to start? I know. I guess I can go to like the very beginning of why I decided to do this blog. Well, for starters, like back in last year, like my junior year of high school, I met some friends. I knew this one friend who was like a brony, and she got me into the fandom. Like, she told me to watch one episode of My Little Pony, and I was like, whoa, this is cute. Then I was like, alright, I guess I'll watch another one. Then I watched another one. And then the cycle kept going, so you know where this is going. But at the same time, I also like Batman fandom as much. Because, let's be honest, who doesn't like Batman? And one thing led to another, and then in the beginning of 2014, I was like, what to do? I'm a little bored. So I was like, hey, I could do something to do with My Little Pony and Batman. So then I was like just watching on YouTube, and then watched a bunch of My Little Pony and Batman videos. Then I was like, wait, is this a blog? A blog for these things? Awesome. So then I just like followed the link and it led to Tumblr. So I was like, whoa, I want to follow this guy. And then apparently I had to create a Tumblr account. I was like, alright. So then one thing led to another. I was like, what should this Tumblr be? So I was like, wait, Batman, Little Pony, Bat Pony. But then when I typed in that, apparently it wasn't long enough, or the name was already taken. So then I was like, batponybrucemane. Ha, no one's come up with that one, I think. So then I did that. And where I got the idea of that, well, it still went back to like the 2013 of like my first semester in junior year. So, because I also met another friend named Mariah, who also has a blog on Tumblr, but I'll go into that maybe later. And then one time she was actually drawing My Little Ponies, and I was like, hey, can I get one of myself? She was like, sure. So she drew a pony of me, the mod, and soon when she was finished, I was like, cool. But it wasn't colored in, so I just took it home, colored it in, and I got this. I guess you can consider this like, consider this like the mod bone right here. Yep, Pegasus eye, Bat Pony cutie mark. My hair, yeah, it was a little longer then, but you know. But then I was like, I want to make one of these. So then I just, since I didn't know how to draw like that back then, I had to actually trace. It's one thing, I had to trace all the ponies in order to get better at it. So I traced that one on paper, colored, and I got the first Bat Pony I drew right here. The only difference with now, it has like a blue tail, this one had like brown belt instead of gold, and it kind of had Pegasus wings, so it wasn't really much of a cape. Other than that, it looks pretty much the same as today. So that's pretty much how I got the idea for the Tumblr. Then, as time went on, I was like, what can I do? What can I do with this Tumblr? I mean, it's not really doing much. So then I looked into other blogs, like what is it? Like the Ask Apple Spice Big Macintosh, that one. Then there was like, then there was other ones like Apple Twins, and there were like the Ask Gamer Princess Luna one. Then there was, what else was there? Damn, I really gotta remember more often. Oh yeah, there was one like Ask Scrap Paper. I think you guys know these kind of blogs, so why am I bother? But yeah, I looked at those blogs, and the one thing that they had updates. They had like digital drawings. So I was like, I want to do that. But the problem is I didn't have any like digital software or anything like that. So I stuck to the next best thing, traditional art. So somewhere between January and February, I decided to draw something. So I got to actually drawing Brucemane. Yeah, you can see right there. Although back then I didn't really draw that well. Like, I still had to trace a pony base for this one. And then I decided to draw Bat Pony. Again, traced from this guy right here. One thing. So after that, I decided, hey, you know what? Maybe I'll just start drawing in traditional art for my blog. And then I did that. Now let's see. So I didn't have as much followers, and not many people like knew who I was. So I was like, I'll just do this for fun, just because, just a little bit in spare time. So I did, and then that's where I came up with like some comics. I think some of you may have seen them, some of you may not. I don't know. Don't call me out on that one. Like, for example, these kind of things right here. Yep, these comics, they're a little dirty now since over time. I think you can find them in my archive somewhere else. Let's see, and yeah, so, and then after that, just kept going on. Just kept going on with these drawings. Little comics like, shit, it's dark, I really gotta get some light in here. Anyways, yeah, so I just kept drawing and drawing for months and months. Gained like 10 followers in like a month, so I was like, hey, people actually like this stuff, because they actually liked it. And after that, I was like, maybe I gotta take this to the next level, because this is pretty cool. So I did. After taking this stuff to like a whole different level, I decided to do the Bad Pony comics. Like the first one right here. Bad Pony comics #1. This one pretty much for like Brucemane, just suiting up his Bad Pony and all that. Facing, first enemy he faced, Joker, obviously. Why wouldn't you want to face the Joker? Seriously. And then that's, and let's see, what else? Oh yeah. This comic just kept going on, one thing led to another. Then there was Robin and all that. Oh, wait a second. Wait. Right, better. Okay, much better. So there you see is Robin, the Joker, some fighting, and then some funny puns, like saying, I'm not even gonna get to that right now. Books that late. So that's pretty much, so after that, I decided to do the Bad Pony comics pretty much like every single day. So like, from like all the way from March to May, there was not a single day where I didn't have a single Bad Pony comic up. So, and I had to like cut those into parts, like at least 3 parts. Then soon, I decided to get to like, not just drawing my own OCs, but other people's, like Bubble Sparks, and soon afterwards, like Shining Star and Skyla right here. Yep, those are pretty fun to draw. And then I actually put them into like one little comic right here. Dick, Shining Skyla, Bubbles, Alfred, Bruce, all of them. So yeah, it's pretty much how it came out in the beginning. Then I decided to add some more characters. So I was like, Alfred, Bruce, and Dick alone probably won't cut it for like a long time, so I added another character. Time I was trying to figure out some ideas, so that's why I introduced Jean-Paul Valicorn. See, my first designs of him were like, not that pretty good, but I got it a little better. Although Azrael right there seems pretty good. So yeah, added him, added some more villains, like for say, like Deathstroke, like Bane. Yep, it's Bane. Some Scarecrow. And so on. Wow, itchy. Yeah, after that it just kept spurring up. But then as summer came along, I got a little too busy, so I couldn't really do the comics as much. But when I did, I tried to make them as good as possible. By then, I was already starting to improve a little bit more. See, I think the one where I had more followers in it was probably in my Nightfall version. Like right here, see, you can see like all the OCs, the villains. That was like the one I probably had like the most on. So you had like the Sugar Ponies, the Scaredy Pony, Joy the Grump, Mischievous Mare, Ella Elixir out of work Derpy right there with her kid Dinky. See the Shining Sky and a bunch of villains. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. Oh, for that one, I was actually pretty stoked to actually draw the Nightfall Bad Pony, the Azrael Bad Pony, or AZ as people would call him. That one was probably like pretty cool. Like the one comic where Bad Pony and Azrael actually win an all-out brawl in that one. Pretty much one of them could have died, but none of them didn't. Yep. But also as time went on, I had to get more paper because one journal wasn't gonna do. So what I did, I just found 3 old journals and decided to use those. See, all these journals contain every single thing I've done on this blog since like 2014 of January. So yeah, without those, my blog would have been utterly useless to me. I'm just kidding. No, I would have found another way. Paper doesn't grow on trees. Oh wait, it does. It is the tree. Whatever. Anyways, yep. And more recently, since and the summer was like the best time for me to practice, so I kept getting better and better. So did my drawings. Like some right here, request and the followers drawing. Yeah, that all got better. These ones are like the recent ones, so yeah, you can see that I've gotten way better since like a year ago. Let's see. Give me a second. Ah, here it is. Yep. So up to today from 2014, I decided to just redraw these guys, and well, I gotta say, I made a very good, decent improvement on this. Yep. Their heads aren't fat like South Park characters anymore. And I actually colored them in all the way. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. Just like reduce the head size and actually color them in all the way. And now I don't have to use like bases or trace anything at all. So yeah, now I can just draw anything whenever I want. Because to be honest, like, for the drawings, I had to rely on muscle memory. Like, some of you know I'm in martial arts, because I've said it like I don't know how many times. But for techniques, you have to rely on muscle memory. Yep, there's muscle. Yep, so you gotta rely on that muscle memory. So I decided to apply the same principle to my hand. So as I just kept drawing and tracing all that, I no longer needed tracing soon after. So now I can just draw anything whenever I feel like it. Yep. Took me a year just to do that. Oh yeah. And let's see. All I gotta say is that it's been a pretty good year, to be honest. Like, to be honest, on my first expectations of how the year would go out, I didn't think that many people actually know about my blog. Like, I thought like at the end of the year for my blog, like I thought I would get like 100 if I was lucky, but apparently I was surprised that apparently my expectations got 4 times the amount I thought. So 400 followers in 1 year. Now that's pretty good, to be honest. Let's be honest, like traditional art, some people do digital arts, or even Akuma does pixels. That's all I have to say. Hope to do another great year with you guys. See ya.